Detractors. So I just think it's very fortuitous that Stockholm, Sweden, and shout out to all my Stockholm, Sweden Africans. Thanks to all my Stockholm, Sweden Africans. I just find it interesting that my daughter and this Kansas City hood rat, that both of them were in the works against me at the same time. Now, I do care for my mother, who I love more than anything in this world. And for those of you who care for your parents, you understand where I'm coming from. This is information that I didn't want to share, but I think it is appropriate to the conversation. And if I don't finish this conversation, we do have some things getting done today. So, I do not know if my firstborn is still with us in the future or not. That she may have harmed herself. God forbid. I'm going to hope for the best. No such thing has happened. In a minute, I'm going to speak to that. But I just want to lay the groundwork by saying that all of this began while I was in Stockholm, Sweden. All of this began while I was in Stockholm, Sweden. All of this began while I was in Stockholm, Sweden. So I've been taking care of my mother for the past 7.5 years. Spring of 2018. Many of y'all know that in January of 2018, after returning from my second trip to Japan and China, in January of 2018, after returning from my second trip to Japan and China, I had to stand trial with charges that were put upon me by the Pennsylvania State Board of Psychology that were motivated by YouTubian struggle streamers and Dr. Umar detractors.
Lenon Honor.
Y'all remember that? Well, shortly thereafter, my mother was hospitalized. My mother has multiple sclerosis. Okay? She's diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. We've always known that, but it didn't begin to affect her until more recently. So, anyway, when my mother was hospitalized, I knew that I would be the child of seven who would take it upon myself to step up and take care of her. And so, let me see something here. 59899858. So, whenever I don't have a dependable, responsible, reliable, confidential aide to care for my mom, I cancel events because my mother always comes first. My mother always comes first. I was supposed to keynote the Florida A&M University Black Psychology Conference a few months ago. I canceled it because I didn't have anyone that I would trust to care for mother available at that time. I had to cancel Congo last week, and y'all know how much I wanted to go to the Congo. I had been waiting for that. I had to cancel because mom comes first. When I went to Sweden, there was a young lady who I met because she invited me to Kansas City to speak at an event. So her and her son drove me from Omaha, Nebraska to Kansas City to speak. I believe the event was on December 3rd, 2023. I believe the event was on December 3rd, 2023. I believe the event was December 3rd, 2023. And we had the event. We stayed in contact through text message. And ultimately, at the top of this year, maybe late last year, but if I'm not mistaken, I saw her privately 3 times inside of the same Philadelphia hotel after hours for no more than 2 or 3 hours. I repeat, I saw her 3 times in a hotel after hours for only a few hours. 3 times. There's a small chance that it was 4 times. There's no chance that it was 5 times. I'm going to repeat this. Did you need me, boss? Are you good? Okay.
He's at the school right now. Needless to say, this is your boy, We-On-Loc Nation. I was supposed to take a long hiatus away from YouTube, but apparently I got a phone call stating that something happened to Anissa. Nothing. Let me get on this big as we. Nothing's wrong with Anissa. She's not dead. She is very much alive. So the phone call that I got was a very special friend of mine. I ain't mentioning no names. But I looked and started scrolling through the freaking internet. And a person that uh even unalived who has her phone, they don't continuously post on social media. You don't continue to post on social media bullshit. You just don't. But then she came on later this morning stating that her phone was hacked. She's very much alive, people. Very much fucking alive. And stop placing all the 100% of the blame on Umar, okay? She got her ass beat by her mom, which I told you niggas. I told you Negroes to leave her alone. And I can't even fucking scream because my wife is working. I told you niggas to leave this fucking girl alone. I told you before, let them two handle it by themselves. Apparently, somebody's got to have clicks and views about the shit. I could care less if I have 1 or 3 or 9. I could care less. The fact of the matter is, y'all need a fucking click and a view. It doesn't matter to fucking me. These are 2 human beings. 2 fucking human beings. You're only getting to her just to hurt him. Period. That's all there is. That's all the fuck it is. And apparently she wanted, even though she said multiple times she wanted to commit suicide. I'm not even on this girl. Nothing was going to happen to her. She has multiple places that she can go to, multiple places she can stay at, people that she can talk to. There's nothing wrong with this girl. Again, how are you going to hold a podcast? How are you going to say that you're committing suicide, be dead, and then hold the podcast the next day? That doesn't make any sense. But I'm not even on Anissa right now. I'm just letting you know. Update. Anissa is alive and well. I'm on this pursuit of Lenon Honor getting his ass whooped in court, and it's about damn time, because I know he listened to me. If not me, he's listened to other influencers to sue this nigga for slander. And of course, everybody knows he's making money off of Umar's name. So, and reviewing his family members, again, you don't see how much of a creep he is. You do not see how much of a freaking bum, a creep. How would you feel if you had this nigga stalk your whole freaking family? That makes no sense. Let me continue real quick.
Okay. So I saw her 3 times inside of a Philadelphia hotel after hours for about 3 or 4 hours. That's it. The total private time she and I spent could not have exceeded 50, 20 in total across these 3 visits, maybe 4, but I'm almost certain it was 3. No more than 12.
Don't you think that? I want to hold you to it. If you think that, I'm gonna hold you to it. If you think that, I'm gonna hold you to it. And apparently, that's the dumbest statement you can ever put on the chat. But I'm just gonna shut up and I'm just gonna let it breathe. And I'll remember your name. I remember your name. And once he does it, and he slowly but surely starts getting money from Lenon, I want you to come at me with that same energy. Let's do it.
12 to 15, maximum of 20 hours. When it was that she would not mind coming to care for my mother. Assured her that I would pay her, and I pay her. This is going to be important. The attorney in a minute, because I saw it. Then she can be charged with HIPAA violations for discussing my mother's personal, sensitive medical information without permission. So this attorney said, if I can prove that I paid her, which means this was business, this was a business transaction, you paid her to care for your mother, and untruths in her narrative, the mere fact that she purported to discuss your mother's personal sensitive information makes her guilty of HIPAA. And if we can prove that she in fact violated HIPAA law by discussing my mother's business, she can be fined, and she can also be jailed, and she can also be prevented permanently from ever working in the human services field again.
And of course, he can use me as a reference anytime he wants. He can use me, he can use others as a reference for this particular incident, or incidents, I should say. This has happened a multitude of times. It's like people constantly don't give a shit, because if it was their mother, they would burn, they would have hell, it would be hell on earth for their family members. But fuck Umar family. That's just how black people operate nowadays, and it's quite sad. Not everybody, but it's just quite sad.
Attorney told me that. So I have to pay him, okay, the retainer fee, and he's going to pick it up from here. So she could go to jail for what she did to my mother. This is not personal business. Parents low down when you're that deceptive.
It doesn't matter if she was a caregiver or not. The fact of the matter is, you don't discuss personal business. You don't discuss anything with a mother. And how the hell do you know she's a caregiver or not, or she's a professional caregiver? How the fuck do you know she's not certified? That's
And
just dumb.
manipulative, nothing is off limits. So anyway, brothers and sisters, she was confidence. I said, let's do it. So she cared for my mother twice. The weekend I was in Eastern Michigan University, that was 3 nights. And she cared for the week that I was in Stockholm, Sweden. I believe that was 5 or 6 nights. Okay. Eastern Michigan University, Stockholm, Sweden. Paid her both times. She never, because I got her a hotel. I Ubered her over to the home. I went over extra, and then she flew out. I paid for her flight. I paid for her hotel. Business was business, personal is personal. So after returning from Sweden, I was very disappointed in the care that my mother was given. After returning from Sweden, very disappointed in the care that my mother was given. I'm going to go into detail over the egregious lack of concern she displayed for my mother. I'm not going to go over that. That's too personal. But I was very disappointed. I was guilty. Whenever my mother is priority, I take on that shame. I take on that. But I said to myself, you can never use this woman again to care for your mother. So I began to distance myself from this woman. So let me back up again. She saw me 3 times privately. She cared for my mother 2 other times. 5 total contacts. 3 of them were private. Brothers and sisters, without being too vulgar, those 3 private contacts basically consisted of her.
This is not about this is not about the woman per se, although she's gonna get her licks too in court. But this is more about Lenon and his bullshit. Lenon and his bussy. What up? What up, T-Ball? It's more like Lenon and his bussy. He is still the reason why he's doing this is simply put what Umar did 10, 11 years ago. 10, 11 years ago. But ultimately, he started it. He started it. And now that he is not being mentioned, other until now, he's not being mentioned because Lennon ain't got it like that. He gets money from his Cookie Coon chat. He don't get money from any other source other than his wife, allegedly. So I figured like, hey, he would do a couple of videos and be done with it, right? Any fool could check his page and see that he has more than, let's just say, a third, and we ain't gotten to a dozen videos yet. If y'all don't find that weird, something is very, very wrong with y'all. if you don't find that this behemoth Lenon Honor has I can't even count the pages. I can't even count the multiple videos that he has on Umar, which a lot of non Umar fans, they hate this man. Okay, they hate him. Cool, but they don't have a plethora of 630 some videos. They do one, maybe two videos on him, and that's it. You need the money. He needs the money because he's broke. Point blank. Period. I don't know anybody who had again 6 7 hour live streams for what? And you're interviewing people from his family members. That's weird and wicked of itself. Now, I would not be surprised if the father got involved again. I wouldn't be surprised. And if the father, Jamal Johnson, gets involved this time, I believe he would have to side with his son just this once to make sure that Lennon Otter never ever does this again. But then again, this is YouTube. You can just I can delete your page and you can just go ahead and hack up another page. This is Google. Google ain't gonna do shit. Google can't do shit.
Gummy bearing my Shango. She gummy bared the Shango. That's basically what she did. It was a jump off. Jump off, all it was. Fellatio sessions.
I could care less what this man does in his privacy in his own bedroom. I could care less.
I came to visit. She wanted to please the Prince of Pan Africanism. So it happened. 3 fellatio sessions. I'm not proud to say that. And then, of course, quote unquote, caregiver. She did anything but care. Anyway, this was, I come back from Sweden. I'm disappointed. Can't work with this woman no more. Can't take care of my mother. I can't mess with you. I started to distance myself from her. June the 25th, the last moon that we had, I do my art of dialogue interview. I'm clicking my art dialogue interview, and my phone is blowing. There's a woman on Pastor Bush's page claiming that I was in a 2.5 year relationship, that you were in love with her, that you wanted to marry her, that you wanted her to have your child. You were in a 2.5 year relationship with her. You were in love. You married her. You were to have your child. In a 2.5 relationship with her, you wanted to, and you wanted her to be your wife. Brothers and sisters, I have women who look way better than her, who have done more for me in my life than she ever could, who I wasn't in love with, who I didn't want to make my wife, who I didn't want to have my baby. So this woman, this Kansas City thought, this Jezebel,
God damn.
this jump off, this smash and grab,
Damn. Not a smash and grab.
spent 3 times with me. Not 3 nights, never spent a night. I never spent the night with her in my life. I never spent with my life. I saw her 3 times. And 3 times, all of which, if I'm mistaken.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Lennon honor lover, a lemon honor lover in the chat. I want you to treat him accordingly. Here you go. So Lennon, and I wish I could put you on the Summer Jam screen. So Umar's family sought out. They didn't seek out. He probably paid him $20. probably paid these motherfuckers $20. He said out in the interview, and it was Lennon's fault. Yeah, because he was told to stay away. He went out on his word. He was told to stay away from not only Jamal Johnson, but the whole Johnson family. Yes. So not only is Lenon Honor a liar, he's a manipulator as well. He's a liar, he's a deceiver, and he owes you niggas money. Do you not know that Lenon Honor used to steal and still steals from other people? Steals their information and makes it his. What type of shit, what type of sense does that make? I'm surprised. I'm shocked that other people have not sued Lenon Honor for his bullshit. I'm just shocked. But let me continue.
25. 3 times. And I'm in love with her. 3 times I want to marry her. 3 times I want her to have my baby. 3 times, and we were in a 2.5-year relationship, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, but it gets worse. She told Pastor Bussy, and let me say this about Pastor.
Oh, and by the way, Lenon Honor, his skinny ass, he ain't gonna throw one punch. He ain't gonna throw not one punch. As much bullshit as Umar's. Listen, I'll tell you like this. I'm gonna be fair, right? Umar versus Lenon Honor in a boxing match. I'm betting all my money, betting all my motherfucking money on Umar. Bet all my money on Umar. Cause Lenon, that boy got a Pop Tart. Got a Pop Tart in him. He like white people too much. Oops, did I say that? Did I really say he likes white people? Mainly, bits of information that's on the internet for, him and his quote unquote boyfriend. I mean, I really don't know. I mean, a friend of mine from the Umar sector said this. I mean, I really don't know. So I don't know if he'll swing on him or swing on him. So no, you wouldn't. But talking about Umar wouldn't bust a grape in the fruit fight. He was that close for fighting Sarah Sud Seti back in the day. Let me not bring that up. Let me not bring that up.
Rainbow Bunny. Pastor Bussy, the Rainbow Bunny, has been cyber stalking me for 10 people. Stop to him, attorneys who told me I have a serious case against Pastor Bussy, the Rainbow Bunny. But I'm going to have to fly out to Utah a couple times to appear in court. So this attorney told me that I have a case for slander, I have a case for libel, I have a case for defamation, and he also said because he's been making money off of my name for all the money that he made in my name, and that we can lay siege to any property that he owns. I told him that the man is broke. He basically by making more. If he has a job, then his wages can be garnished until he satisfies the balance of the settlement from court. So, brothers and sisters, that I have to.
You probably working part job at Walmart somewhere. You ain't gonna pay him. He is not gonna get. Well, it wouldn't really matter because if supposedly if he did win and he does have a case, Umar does have a case for slander and defamation. He ain't gonna pay him outright because he's broke, unless I don't know how much money to be exact that he gets from the Cookie Coon chat, which is in my chat right now. I don't know how much he makes, but the fact that you're talking about big money, like $500,000 or something like that, less than that, we're just gonna go cut that in half and go less than that, because it ain't gonna be no million. Ain't no freaking way. Ain't no freaking way. So we're gonna cut it down to less than $500,000, less than 500 G's. If he can get 30, 40 grand off of them, off of Lenon, that'll be a win. That'll be a freaking win. Because if you can calculate how many slanderous videos, and there are dozens of them, countless of videos of Lenon Honor slandering Umar. If you can count that, he can get some bread.
Have a Dr. Umar defense fund. I have to have a Dr. Umar defense fund. And the reason I have to have a Dr. Umar defense fund, so I can file suit against people who think it's okay to constantly slander my name and attack my mother. Attack my mother. Attack my mother. So, brothers and sisters, this woman told Pastor the Rainbow Bunny streamer, she told Pastor Bussy that I went down on her. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. Brothers and sisters, I'm willing to take a lie detector test. When that woman, after gummy bearing my Shango stick, that woman took off. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, and I don't mean no disrespect to energy. I don't mean no disrespect to feminine energy. When she took her underwear, she smelled like an old fish tank. You smell a fish tank somebody cleaned, and like they got goldfish in there, they got all kind of fish, and it ain't been cleaned in years. That's what she smelled like when she took off those funky ass drawers. Her drawers were so old and so funky that I thought it was a beater. That's how stretched out her drawers. Her drawers were so old and I thought her underwear was so funky, and sisters, that I thought it was a wife beater. And I don't mean disrespect. So when she said, it's my turn, after she got finished swallowing the Shango, she said, it's my turn. After she got finished swallowing the Prince of Pam, she said, my turn. And I'm sitting there and I'm saying to myself, how do I get out of this way of God's heaven? That King Kong consciousness, face, nose, tongue, lips, ears.
Most of these cats don't care about their own families. It's like I said before, if anything happened to their mom, They would burn. They would burn heaven and earth. But let it be another black family. Oh, he took it on himself. He did it on himself. Nah, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit. And if you really gave a shit, you would have told Lennon to cut that shit out. Make it personal about him. Don't make it personal about his mom. Don't make it personal about his father. Don't make it personal about anybody in his family, including the dog. But they don't give a shit. The Cookie Coon chat don't give a shit because it's YouTube. And no one personally, if it was somebody else's family and they caught and the person caught wind of it, you know they have IEP addresses. Most Negroes don't play that bullshit about their family. And you lucky Lenon Honor, I ain't gonna, you know what? I ain't gonna even go there. Because this is YouTube. So who gives a shit?
Brothers and sisters, listen. She told Pastor Bussy that I went down on her. I'm willing to take a lie detector test. I am willing to take a lie detector test, brothers and sisters. That woman smelled dead cow. I lie to you not. She is so acidic. Her yoni verse is so acidic. She needs a deep cleanse. She needs exorcism. Our demons. I think of demons living in that bag, brothers and sisters. And she thought that the world's most requested scholar was going to go down. Women, daffodils. My women got to smell like fresh rose. If you want these lips to ever touch your peach cobbler, if you want this tongue to ever massage your honeycomb hideout, you got to be clean. You got to be clean. And she, in fact, I'm going to treat her address. I know she sleeps. I have he sleeps. I'm going to send her a gift certificate to the Yoni Spa.
Yeah, I kind of agree, Lisa, because that could lead into some other legal matters. I ain't gonna say what it is because everybody knows it's revenge porn. But I had already told him that, so brother just needs to be careful. You know what I mean? I mean, you could talk about it, you just can't send no pictures. You could talk about it, you just can't send no pictures or anything because that can lead to revenge porn. So he needs to relax. But as far as talking about her pussy is concerned, it made me know never mind.
I'm going to send her a gift certificate to the Yoni Spa. I'm going to send her a gift certificate to the Yoni Spa because whatever she got in her, I don't know how many men she done been with. I don't know. But I've never smelled a woman smell like that. But let me get back on topic with the funk cat Kansas City throat. Let me get Goon is ready. Oh, Goon is ready. So she told Pastor Bussy, I went down to Bussy, I hit a raw. I pledge allegiance to the African flag. That is a lie. Pastor Bussy, the Rainbow Gang, and YouTube being struggle streaming that Dr. Umar has to get high before I get busy. I don't do drugs. I don't do dope. I don't get high. But she a lot. She high like a dog, brothers. That throat goat built like a sack of old laundry. Built like a sack of old, you fat, funky. Let's stay with character. You are only worthy of shining Shango, you dusty hoe. You are only worthy of shining the Shango.
Yeah, this is what now I understand that. Yes, she did your mother wrong by telling this little bussy boy, this peanut head ass nigga, Lenon Honor, about your mom. But again, you need to tone that down. I understand. I understand. But nowadays, you could probably be a victim of what's his name? Not Smokey Robinson, but Morgan Freeman. Possibly be a victim of Morgan Freeman. And Morgan Freeman, Cuba Gooding Jr., the list goes on and on and on. I mean, that's crazy. Now Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes went to jail for tax evasion. Talk about. But dude needs to just go ahead with the proceedings. Just go ahead with the proceedings. And it's about freaking time, too. It's about damn time.
How we doing there, family? Down. She told him I went raw. That's me, my brother. 93. Yeah, that brother.
Man, I'm sorry.
She stated 4 blatant lies. Well, 10. She said I loved her. I wanted to marry her. I wanted her to have my baby. 44 years old. 3 fellatio sessions, and I wanted to marry her. I want her to have my child. I was in love with her. She said I masturbated, brothers and sisters. I don't want to be foul, but I got to. She said I masturbated.
This don't even sound like him. This don't even sound like him. Although people do whatever it is the hell they want to do in their own personal. He's single, so he can do whatever the hell he wants. If he was married, that would have been different. But I wouldn't even be. I don't care. But like I said, what you do in the privacy of your own home is your own business. But this don't sound like him. This never sounded like him. I'm in love with you. He is in love. He's in love with the mission. He is in love with getting the school open. He's in love with fixing the rest of the school, because again, he was at the school yesterday or the day before, handling business as usual. Lenon Honor complains that he's never at the school. That's a blatant lie. He's always outside the school and inside of the school. But who cares what people think? Who cares? Almost to the finish line, boys and girls.
Masturbated in order to have sex. She said he got to masturbate. Talk to any woman who's ever dated me in my life. Does Dr. Umar masturbate? Has he ever masturbated in front of you? Guess what, y'all? I've never masturbated in my life. God is my witness. In my life, I had a wet dream in 11th grade or 12th grade. One wet dream. I can't remember. Was it 8 or 12? Masturbated.
Ooh,
I got high. I went down on your funky cootie cat. smelling like sardines and sardines and milk. You're like sardines and saying, I do. What else?
All I'm
I
asking
gotta have.
is just to tell tell her what you see. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. This dude is a weirdo. Okay, I challenge y'all. Can you name out of the 20 current videos? As a matter of fact, we're gonna do 50. Out of the 50 current videos of Lenon Honor, can you find anything that's different? Anything that he talks about differently? Or not differently. Can you see any videos of him talking about anything else? Can you see any videos of him talking about anything else besides Umar? I'll wait. I will wait.
I masturbated. I went down. I got hot. I didn't use the condom. And this one out. Guess what else she said? I asked her to put her fingers, brothers and sisters. She said I asked her to put her fingers in my rectum. Sisters, talk to any woman I've ever dated. Go to high school. Go to the school stick of Philadelphia. Go throughout the world. There any sister ever dated who can tell you, ask them to put the in my rectum? You were the throat goat. That's it. You were the throat goat. Why are you making up these lies? I'm willing to take a lie detector test with her.
It said they're not inaccurate. Lie detector tests are, well, depending on who's doing them. Why is this even a question? Your reservations, you getting the same information that you got with Leonard, the same information that you got from Information Man, the same information that you got from AAS. So what difference does it make if, this is a more prevalent question. Did you donate? Did you donate to the school? I'm gonna be on my Umar kit for at least 60 seconds. Did you donate to the school, my brothers and sisters? Did you donate to the school? If you did not donate, I ain't got to answer shit that you ate. I ain't got to answer nothing. I ain't got to answer nothing. Now, okay, that's 60 seconds. Because I don't have to answer. If you ain't donate, what the fuck I gotta answer you for? The fuck? He said it out of his own mouth. Nigga, you haven't donated. Do you have a school worth, it was at one point worth what, $4 million or something like that? And you paid for it for cheap? Where's your institution? If you don't have an institution, shh. You ain't paid for shit. The only thing you paid for is some Crown Royal. That's the only fucking thing you ever paid for. You better take a sip of some mocha or something and relax. Quit licking Lenon Honor's pussy. Too many of you cookie coons. Too many of you goat 3000 in the chat. Y'all goat 3000 Lenon Honor's pussy. I understand it. You hadn't gotten any from an actual real female in a while. I understand it. I get it. All right, I get you. It was so bad that it knocked my shit off, of course. But anyway, Lenon is a pussy warrior. He who is that guy that got out of prison that said that booty was more important than water. Who is that guy? He's the same built, light skin. I don't know about the teeth. This is what Leonard, and this is Lennon's favorite move. This is Lennon's favorite move that y'all love so much. I gotta ask y'all a question. I gotta ask y'all a question. Seriously. Why y'all looking? Why y'all love licking Lenon Honor's pussy so much? You feel sorry for him? Huh? You feel sorry for him and he can't take care of himself? You feel sorry for him that his wife takes care of him more than he does? And guess what? I'm not the one. Guess what? I might I might be a Umar supporter, but at least I don't have a bed in the back. At least I don't have a bed all made up in the and back behind me every time I go live. I'm in my office. He's in his bedroom. What's up with that? What up with that? I'm in my office. He's in his bedroom. Sus. Very sus. But I digress. Let's keep going.
Willing to go to Kansas City, Kansas, and take a lot of detector tests. I'm willing to go to Kansas City, Missouri, and take a lot of detector tests. And I want to ask questions. Infested, smelling like the worst fish tank, never cleaned. Did he go down on you?
Bone, he know, they know what he's talking about. He just he's mixing the rainbow, the other rainbow guy with they know what he's talking about. You talking about Gerald Palmer. They're mixed, but it doesn't even matter. It don't matter because they're both alike, and especially King Kong consciousness. They're all alike. They're the three stooges. King Kong consciousness, Lenon Honor, and Gerald Palmer are living in the same home and eating their own box. They're the same person. Eating off of just like Taco Bell. Eating off the same old Taco Bell. Only thing is, Gerald Palmer got mad because Lenon Honor wouldn't give him the kind of common courtesy to give him a reach around.
Brothers and sisters, they attacked my mother. You don't talk about nobody's mother. You don't talk suits that I got to pay for. I got 2 lawsuits I'm about to pay for. Let me go to Baby Smurf for a minute.
I ain't the one with the bed. I ain't the one with the bed made so comfortable.
I love my child. Let me say that. I love my child. Let me say that. I pray to God she's safe. I pray to God she's healthy. Baby Smurf has my number. She is not blocked.
No, I'm not gonna go with that.
Relatives reach out to her. She don't want to be helped more than her mother had her to come with conditions. But what you're not going to do also be included in my lawsuit.
Nah, I'm not gonna. You know what? This is not about Anissa. This is not about Anissa. If you want, you can go to the live and hell, find the link yourself. I really don't care. But there's the video is out there. Search for it. But I'm not gonna even go there with Anissa anymore because it's too messy and it's too messy, too confusing. And I got woken out of my sleep by a friend of mine simply because she wants to play games. I'm done. I'm done with it. Again, I hope she gets the help that she needs. I hope she gets some type of care, but under no circumstances will I be entertaining this shit anymore about Nissa. I'm done. I am totally done. So y'all want to entertain it. If y'all want to end up in if y'all want to end up in hell, that's y'all business. But I'm not gonna entertain this shit anymore. That's that's somebody's child that needs help. But the thing about it is you're gonna have to want it as an adult. It's not just somebody hands you something and your first instinct is to ask, what do you want for it? I don't need to be giving it to you now. Just take it. Maybe it's about it, maybe it's given to the kindness of his or her heart, but people been giving you giving you stuff, giving you advice, and you either question it, cuss them out, ignore it. It's too much. And then of course you're gonna play this game where people think that you're dead and actually you're not. No, that's I wouldn't even play. I don't play those type of games. So I'm done with that. Let me continue with this.
There's also something else I want to say. There's also something else I want to say. There's also something else I want to say.
Lisa Carter, should I be entertaining this faggot Dwayne? Should I entertain this faggot Dwayne? Put a yes or a no in the chat. Put a yes or a no in the chat.
Somebody trying to pull up on the prince.
It's almost finished.
I believe that Siobhan Stone, aka I'm the original Eat Up the Prince. That's what she called herself in a text message. And I have plenty more text messages of hers that I did not post. I probably have about 50 text messages of her begging to eat the Shango. I have about 50 text messages of her begging to eat the Shango. I got about 50 text messages of hers begging to eat the Shango. But she called herself the original I Eat Up the Prince. So Miss Siobhan Stone of Kansas City, Missouri, the original I Eat Up the Prince, 3 times. Siobhan Stone 3 times. AKA Lene Siobhan Stacks Throat Go Crack Jump Off Fishy Coochie. Fishy Coochie, the queen of Fishy Coochie. I believe she may have taken of FDMG and my personal. I discussed this with the attorneys. The attorneys told me that it would be in my advantage if Siobhan Stone, Throat Goat, or Pastor Bussy tries to access my personal account or the school's account. That is a crime. We have a
Pastor Bussy.
charge. If they mess with the school's account, that is a Fed charge. If she gives information about the school account to anybody else, that is a Fed charge. We know Pastor Bussy called the gas and electric company and impersonated himself as Dr. Umar. A couple years ago, Pastor Bussy called the gas and electric company, and I know because I heard the audio. They taped him. They taped him. We have
If that's the case, then that's what I mean. We're not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. He, as a matter of fact, we can go further. He's the one that contacts who had contacted. I forgot what I can't really tell you what university that there have been a few universities that he's been contacting. Even that one ordeal in Atlanta, Georgia, where he was speaking at a library, and somehow the glass got broke. Right, Lenon Honor is a part of many ordeals because he's a failure. What is he a failure of? Happiness. Number one, he's a complete failure at everything. Now I'm not attacking his offspring, but I'll be damned if he actually lied on his offspring to get money. He knows that. But I ain't the one, bro. I ain't the one, bro. Sit your white ass down. White boy, you ain't gonna do shit but get the cookie cream crush. You know what? Fuck that nigga. Let's go.
Him on recording of falsifying himself, impersonating Dr. Umar to try to get information on the account and to try to sabotage the account. So I got to put money out to sue Pastor Bussy in Utah. And I got to put money out to sue Throat Goat Siobhan Stone, Lene Stacks for violating HIPAA law. She had no legal right to put my mother's percentage. A couple of my Kansas City supporter sisters, they said, Dr. Umar, give me her address. I'm going to go to the house and just whip her ass for what she did. Because you don't talk about nobody's mother. But I said, I think I'm going to do the legal route. The legal route is going to hurt her more. The legal route is going to hurt her more. Pastor Bussy, I thought.
Oh, when. You better worry about the IRS. That was 4 years ago, dude. Chill out. Relax. Go ahead and contact the IRS. Go ahead and contact the Board of Education. Go ahead and contact whoever you want to contact. Do for content. Use a straight lane. Use a straight lane. No one follows you, dude. No one believes you. You got your supporters here licking your pussy for bragging rights. It's just like Oz all over again. If you haven't seen the movie Oz, that's what these motherfuckers are. Is nothing but Oz groupies for Lenon. Same thing with Gerald Palmer. I haven't seen Gerald Palmer in years, but he's ultimately responsible too. The same thing with what's his name? Kun Kong Consciousness. Same thing with him. Thank God I'm not in the Umar sector anymore. Thank goodness. Anti-Afro, even anti-Afro Spengali, I had to give her a little bit, just a little bit of credit. She stopped making clip after clip after clip about Umar. She stopped making a book of tweets about Umar just to steer in a different direction. I have to give him credit for that. Information man, he hardly ever makes videos on Umar, and he's a Umar hater, but I have more respect for him. As a matter of fact, shout out to Information Man if you see him. Shout out to Information Man if you see him. Shout out to Information Man if you see him. Cool with brother. I respect that brother. We have a disagreement on Umar. We just agree to disagree. But as far as this other stuff, I congratulate him. Big ups to Information Man. Again, we disagree on Umar, but other than that, he makes he makes 1 or 2 clips on Umar. That's it. Trying to get people to admit how weird this dude is. If you don't think he's weird, then fine. Fine. But others in this chat has absolutely will look at you side eye for like, oh, okay, all right, we get it. He ain't gonna come out with his okay, got you. He ain't gonna come out with the scope. We get it. We get it. He likes women. We get it. We get it, dog. We get it. You make another video. What does his wife think? I wonder, what does his wife think about all this? Honey, you want to make love? No, I want to make another Umar video. The fuck?
So, brothers and sisters, I just wanted to clear the air. I don't know how 3 throat goat sessions turned into a 2.5-year relationship. Brothers and sisters, she's counting from the date that they hosted the event all the way up to now. As a relationship, she told people that me and her was on the phone for hours. Talk to my women. My Ifatunde queens will tell you he don't talk on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone.
And that's definitely true. Try calling his cell phone. He is not going to pick up. He's going to pick up for his mother and ultimately his daughter. But other than that, he ain't picking up for me or nobody else.
I talk for a living. I don't want to talk on the phone. I was never on the phone with her for no hours. What is she talking about? She fabricated this whole thing.
He's a weirdo, but yet can Lenon Honor debate Umar one-on-one? Can Lenon Honor debate Umar? No, he can't and he won't. I told him in his chat personally, if you have a problem with him, go ahead and debate him. Just debate him. Debate him live, debate him personally. I have not seen Lenon Honor in not one event that Umar has hosted. Not one. And he's been up to Utah. I'm just waiting for the day. I'm just waiting for the day that Umar says, I'm going to do an event in Utah, and I'll be right there. And I want to see Lenon's face. I want to see Lenon's face just light up, and when they go to get the questioning, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's make this one-on-one. But you know what? All he's going to do is just sit in his bedroom, play Cisco. Let me see that dog. Motherfucker. That's all he's gonna do. He's gonna go in there. Let me see that dog. And this big nut job, all he's gonna do is whine, crying, coon, blah 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 blah. Dr. Umar, he doxed my home. No, he didn't. What do you have to dox, Lenon? What do you have to dox? I'm perfectly fine where I'm at. Perfectly fine. T-Bone, count them. Have you counted the house? Okay. Let's just say for the sake of argument that you hate Malcolm X, right? But you respect him enough to give him his space, right? Same thing with Umar. And I'm not comparing the two. But let's just say, for the sake of argument, you hate Umar's guts, right? T-Bone, I'm talking to you. Let's just say you hate Umar's guts, right? Which is fine. Which is perfectly fine. He can care less. But are you going to make, again, I'm asking a question. Are you going to make damn near 1,000 videos on Umar. And he's in his 50s. They're practically the same age. I'm just saying, if you can't find this crazy, if you can't find this wild, he's gonna go live in a couple of hours. He's gonna go live in a couple of hours. And you might as well tack this video, onto the other ones and go and put it on members only. The only people are going to give you memberships are from the same audience as AAS. You borrowed the people from AAS to come to your chat because she's not doing so well. Negro, please. I haven't even seen Lenon Honor on any social media uh social media platforms. Cause he gonna get his ass whooped. I digress.
And why? Because I cut her off. You didn't take good care of my mother, so I cut. Move on. You got paid. Move on. You got paid. What's the problem? 3 throats turned into a 2 relationship with marriage, love, masturbation. Talking about I ate out your fish tank, aquarium down there. She has an aquarium down there with every creature in the ocean. She got squid, she got clam between her legs, she got oysters, she got between her legs, she got sand, whiting, tilapia is between them legs, brothers and sisters. She needs a yoni steam, a yoni dream, a yoni. She need a yoni steam. Stacy tapped in with the prince, going once, going twice. Where you at? Doing this, Stacy.
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well, and I want to apologize to all Black women that I had to divulge so much of my personal intimate details, Sister Stacy. But I got a woman who's trying to destroy my life, my credibility. She's trying to slander my mother, get my mother taken from me because I don't want to be with her in a romantic capacity.
Oh my gosh.
You know, but be that as it may, we don't have to talk about that. But
Right.
where you tapping in?
Was ruled under England.
Yes,
So
yes. And I just
you know.
the slave. Yes.
Bust up. Wait, hold 1 minute. Hold 1 minute.
Yes.
How's it in office? How can I help you? Hi. I'm good. No. Okay. No.
Let me go back.
FDMG Academy donors, Dr. Umar supporters, hit your PayPal.
Did I miss anything? No, I didn't miss any. What?
So, brother, that's the Honorable John. Your prayers, because you know they hate the Minister of Education for the UNI station masters. So it's been 6.5 years. It's been hell, brother. It's been hell and high water. It's been hell and high water, brother. Hell in disguise, and is now one of my top haters and detractors. So I just think it's
Just looking. I don't know what the hell is going on with my damn. Where's your mom? Take some water and rinse it out. Take some water and just rinse it out. No, it won't. But anywho, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I didn't really want to go live until I got. I'm just gonna do that. I didn't really want to go live until, like I said, I got that phone call. But that's all I wanted to say. I don't want to talk. I didn't want to. I'm not talking about Anissa no more. Just letting y'all know that it's confusing. All right. So I pray for strength. I pray for encouragement. But I am not talking about Anissa, and I encourage everybody here to leave Anissa alone. If you have any brains, if you have any type of dignity, any type of decency, you will not talk about this child. Leave this child alone till she gets the proper help that she needs, until she's reunited with her dad, or whatever the case may be. Leave them alone. True speaker. I think I've seen you before. Even if you see Umar as a scammer, Lenon Honor is not right. Well, let me read that here. Lenon Honor is not right for what he is doing. Lenon Honor cussed out Umar's father. Yes, we all know that. Called him a bitch. Yes, and going on to interview other family members. Like, that's weird. That is totally weird. That's just fucking weird. I thought his channel was only about school. Oh, so that's what you thought. You thought that it was mainly supposed to be about, Earth, and I can see through, if my ears ain't working, my eyes can hear what my ears can't, or whatever goofy shit that he was on. Lenon doesn't even know how to successfully conjure up a YouTube channel. He doesn't. He doesn't know how to. As a matter of fact, he went on this controversial tour and damn near got burnt by who was it? Who was the first person that I'll just say he went after Corey Holcomb. Went after Corey Holcomb. Went after Zoe. Got cooked. Tried to go after who's some mayor, some city, got cooked. Try to go after Tariq Nasheed, got cooked. Now you're going after Umar. It's kind of funny because I ought to play that clip too. I ought to play that clip of him and Corey Holcomb. He's like, he's taking walks in the park. This goofy nigga is taking walks in the park and messing with 5150 Nation. What the? She ain't no damn. Why are you so sensitive, Calvin? Fine, she's not a child, Calvin. She's not a child. She's an adult. You're right. She's an adult. You're absolutely right. So why not act like it? That's all I'm gonna say on that. That's all. No, she's 23. She's 23. She's not 22. She's 23. She's not 22, she's 23. Okay? We we need to question the family members that keep going on there. I totally concur. It's like, why do you keep pouring salt on the wound? And the last person that he interviewed, I think that was his nephew. It's like, why are you feeding him information? He don't need to know that. He doesn't. You basically violating your own mom, dude. But again, this is YouTube. This is YouTube. If that was my family member, I would have whooped my family member's ass. It's like you don't do, especially a person who can't take care of herself, dude. That's stupid. You're contributing to the HIPAA violation. What the hell is wrong with people? That's when Leonard was looking like he was out from a sci-fi movie. Seems like this whole family is feuding. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's one of the reasons why he got away. One of the reasons Umar got away. I mean, again, him and his father don't get along, but I'll bet you when it comes to Lenon Honor, they'll come together and solve this because again, he's a liar. He is a straight liar. And the last time he had a reaction to him, Jamal said these words: "Leave me and my family alone." And you know what Lennon's response was? Okay, bugaboo. Don't mind like me. Okay, you bugaboo. That's his response. As a military veteran, I would have whooped his ass. But all he wants is peace. If I was Umar's brother, I would definitely find you. I would definitely find where he at is Utah, and I would straight whoop his ass. And there would be another fucking thing he would do about it, other than call the cops. I wouldn't mind going to jail. I got bail money. I got bail money. But that's something that Umar has to do. Finally, he's gonna do it. Finally, Umar has his own daddy issue now. His daughter has them. His daughter's 23 years old, dude. Stop. His daughter. Oh boy, we got my bro up here, bro. We need to holler. I need to holler at you, bro. I need to holler at you, bro. I'm sick of this too. I am sick of this too. I, I'm. I was just coming out of work. I was settling down, and this Anissa kick started. Then Lenon is interviewing some chick. Well, let me back up. Lenon is interviewing some chick. He's not successful at anything. He wants to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt something. Dude, I hear where you're coming from. Go ahead and cook.
There's nothing to cook. We on like. First of all, man, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm great. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Ah, bro. I sat and talked to Umar in New Orleans. There was an event that we just happened to be at, and he, to my assessment, but he's just sick of the shit as well. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
don't, I don't wholeheartedly agree with his uh, candidness on things that he's doing in his personal life.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just, I'm just sick of it all, bro. Be quite
Yeah,
honest
well,
with
what he needs to do, I mean, I had a friend of mine scream at me about his little, listen, I was like, listen, what he does in the privacy of his bedroom is his own business, but what he needs to do is just relax, because what she could do is venge porn him because of the pictures
you.
that are
Right.
out there. So he just
Oh, they
needs to
got
be,
pictures out there?
take that. He posted some picture of a lady's face, and her butt or possibly her panties was in
Hmm.
that picture. We all
Okay.
shouted at him, take it down, take that down immediately. But other than that, I
Hmm.
mean, he could talk as much shit as he wants. But as far as this whole
You know, here's the thing. I don't think that there would be much of an issue if he didn't feel as though his character was being questioned. I think that
yeah,
what he did was trying to, I guess, any fire before they start. But all it did was created a bigger fire. You
yep,
know, um, I have a good friend of mine, man, that's a superintendent of a school district in Mississippi. I'm not going to say what county it is because I don't want anybody looking up his name. But he was faced with almost the same situation. But it was something that was dealing with his personal life. But hey, Mr. Rosses, how you doing? But I don't know, man. I just think that Lennon is just going to continue to be a thorn in the side. He's not going anywhere until somebody either drag his ass through court or drag him through their front yard. Either one of those has to happen. That's my assessment.
okay. Well, here's the thing. Um, Unless he opens up the school, continues problems are going to continue to occur, because no matter
Yep.
what he does, um, Lenon Honor is going to make videos about him anyway. So what he does, it's not going to matter what he does. But I screamed out from the heavens, "Go ahead and take this dude to court." And finally, he either listened to me or he was listening to other influencers. You need to settle this in court. And I don't care what nobody says, you don't put nobody's mother who can't take care of himself out in the forefront. You can't do that. You can't put that online. That is a that especially if you're working with them, that is a HIPAA
Mhm.
violation. You're not supposed to do that. But apparently
Well,
she she doesn't care.
I, I have a text. Oh my God, it must have been maybe about 2 years ago. Well, I mentioned to him that he need to go ahead and have his put a patent on his name, get his name registered. That way, whenever someone puts out anything that's egregious, he'll have the position to file suit. So um, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
This it's one of those situations where it's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
he knew the
You know,
risk.
and it's unfortunate.
He knew the risk coming in. He knew that there was going to be some particular hate for him, and Lennon Otter does not perceive himself to be a hater. He perceives himself to be some type of guide.
A hustler, a
Yeah,
hustler is what he is.
yeah. But what can you? But at this stage, you're making if you're making money off of his name, you're not doing nothing but hustling, like you said. But enough is enough with this guy. Enough
Well, I'll
is
tell you
enough.
this. I give Umar a round of applause because me myself, oh brother, I would have been hopped on the flight and found his ass. I'm sorry. That's just me and my mentality. I would have
Yep,
hopped on the flight a very long time ago to find him.
yep, yep.
So
But he can't do that. He can't do that because he wants to complete the mission. and complete the mission, he will.
Yeah. Yeah. He
Because
supposed to
if
been
he was,
completed after I put my foot in his ass. The mission, bro. Let me tell
but
you
but
something.
but but guess what?
I had a.
He said, check this out, Q. Check this out. He
Mhm.
challenged him the other day. Leonard challenged it. Leonard challenged Umar the other day. Umar don't know a damn thing about Leonard. Nothing. Hasn't met him. Has not shook his hand. Has not even introduced him. He don't even know who this man is. Right? But you
Mhm.
are going to go on the internet and you're going to threaten this man all because of what happened 10 years ago. Do you remember the incident where Umar was somewhere by himself and he was listing off the names of struggle streamers, including Monty Woodgrain, and
Yeah.
the last name that came up
Uh huh.
was Lenon Honor's name? And he's like,
I
he's in
remember that.
Utah. Someone can find a pull up, or whatever he said. He's going off that. That was 10, 11 years ago. He could care less about you
Hmm.
now. But you're making it a thing. You want that attention. You want that attention so bad you made up your bed all nice and tight. In the back. You made your bed up all nice and tight in the back. It's like, I want you in this bed. Oh, he's good. You come back. Again. He's sick. Talking about he's sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of it. But what can you do? You know? What the hell can you do? The only thing you can do is go with the proceedings in hopes that he'll leave you alone. But you have to go through it. You have to go through this legally. You have to do it. You can't stop there. You have to move
Like I
forward.
said,
If you have to go to Utah, Utah ain't that far. If you have to go to Utah and you have to testify all these things, have all your ducks in a row, because I'm sure he's going to have his ducks in a row, which ain't much. And you have to tell the truth. You have all the evidence of work. I will be your witness. I have videos of him talking trash about your father, talking trash about your mom, which your mom can't even take care of herself. You're the only one that's taking care of her. But you're making him to be a hoarder. You're making him to be a drug user. Okay? That's slanderish. But people in most of these people, not everyone, most of these people in this dumbass chat just was like, all the lies and he's done, and you're just catering for Umar. It's like, dude, do you not see the writing on the wall? This dude is straight up a
uh,
bum.
like I said, he's a much better man than me, bro. I'm gonna have to give that to him because the ignorance, in regards to the degrees I have, the education I have, the business I have, I will hop on a plane and put my foot in somebody's ass in New York City.
I understand.
Have I done? Have I done it before? Yep. There's a gentleman by the name of Nando with Miami Digital. Ask him if you ever paid him a visit to check him in his language. I sure did hop on a flight, went all the way to Miami. Call me crazy if you want to, but I guarantee you Nando won't talk shit about me online anymore. Because I will pull up. I won't make any videos.
I get it.
So
I get it, but nowadays I'll be careful. I would be careful with that.
yeah.
I would definitely be careful with that. And the reason why is we already had a couple of instances here that happened in Las Vegas. So
Hmm.
yeah,
You,
but
you got to
I
you gotta be willing to deal with the risk, and I understand that. I really do. But
he said he won't bust a and he won't bust a group grape in a fruit fight. We'll see. We will see. Because you won't go after Tariq Nasheed. He knows better. He knows better. So what do you think? What do you think he should? What do you think he should do at this point? Especially with, well, I'm not going to even go there with Anissa because Anissa has her own issues. I mean, either she faked her own death or her phone was hacked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What happened with that? What happened with that?
She she got kicked out of her mom's house. Her and her mom had a fight. How do I know that? Because she
Okay.
put it out on. Then she ended up going to hotels, even though she's in Philly and she
Okay.
has family in Philly. She could have went to either one of them,
Mm-hmm.
but she wanted to do her little TikTok videos, her little you IG videos or whatever, saying
Mm-hmm.
please help me. But the next time you put on a clip of you twerking, I'm like, I'm done. I'm done with you. Then she's depressed. She drinks so much she ends up peeing all over herself. She shows that, and then I mean, it's a mess. You can look at it. She has clip beyond clips with this. And then she put up a post of saying, you know, Anissa had a great life and blah, blah, blah. I get a phone call from a friend of mine stating that someone had offed her, someone had deleted her. I'm going through every
Mm-hmm.
YouTube, every text message, every video. I can't seem to find anything. The day after, she is on a live saying somebody hacked her phone.
Okay.
I said to myself, Anissa, sit your ass down somewhere because you already threatened yourself to commit. You already threatened yourself to commit suicide. You got into a fight with your mom. You're cussing out Umar. You cussing out people who want to give you money, wants to help you, but you don't want to receive the help. I'm done. I'm done. Umar, this is your child. You need to take care of your child. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
You know.
It it's
You know.
crazy.
I listened to it briefly the other night, man. Well, actually last night, and I wasn't 100% certain of what was going on. I kind of decided to log off the live, and I heard Umar mention Gummy, his Shango stick. When he said that, I thought, oh, no, I gotta go. I have to get off here. I can't deal with this right now. So when I heard that, but I did hear him mention, something was going on with his daughter. So I didn't get the gist of everything that was going on. So it's
Mm,
just unfortunate, man.
I
My
get it.
suggestion to him, my suggestion to him is just to steer clear of the internet. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's kind of hard to do with him trying to raise funds, but he needs that. There's a better way to put it.
It's kind of hard to stay
So
off the internet when everybody's in your face with a camera phone. Just
no. I'm saying, well, even something as minute as his responses to people and their foolishness. Even if he's responding, I will stay up here. You know what I'm saying? And I think he did a very good job at ignoring Lenon for quite some time. But for some strange reason, it
yep,
has resurfaced, and he's responding. There's an old saying: if you ever want a clown to stop dancing, stop playing the music.
correct, correct, correct.
So,
Um, my advice for him would be to get a lawyer. It doesn't have to be an expensive lawyer. Handle your business. Get the money from Lennon because he owes you money. Um, and then
okay.
finish up the school. Open up. Do what you got to do. Do what you have to do because at this moment, and of course, other than the side dealing with trying to deal with your daughter or whatever, which which again, I'm not gonna even address this shit with Anissa anymore. I'm not, because it's a mess. It's a whole mess.
So, but the question is it a mess? Okay. In your opinion, who's the entity that needs to clean the mess?
Who's the what?
Between Umar, which one of the people you think is responsible for cleaning up the mess? Is it Umar's responsibility or is it Anissa's responsibility?
At this point, it's Anissa's
That's the question.
responsibility because she's 23 years old. She's
Well,
23. But
mm,
it in terms of, I get where you're coming from. It's both Umar and the mom's responsibility. I get it.
mhm,
Again, I mean, there was some type of misconsumption, and she ended up booting her out the house for whatever reason. You
mhm,
have his number. I don't know why you don't.
mhm.
I don't know why you don't call him. Instead, you're online cussing him out, talking about what you're going to do to Umar if you see him. Talking about,
Well,
you
you know
know,
what? What you- I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm in Walmart, so I'm taking advantage of my height.
all right, no
But yeah,
problem.
so I think it's one of those things where no one wants to apologize for previous behavior. So if she has stood 10 toes down in her criticism of Uma, you're welcome. If she stood 10 toes down in her criticism of Uma, if she apologizes, you're welcome. If she apologizes, now she feels as though, even though she doesn't have to, now she feels as though she has to explain herself to those people who she's criticized Umar to. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, yeah,
It's almost like those two girlfriends who one of the girlfriends was caught her boyfriend cheating, and she even told her friend, "I'm not going back to that bum, and he's getting broke, and he ain't got no car, and this and that." Now when she gets back with him, she has to now explain how that doesn't matter anymore.
correct.
And, and
She's getting,
yeah,
and she got into a, and did you see that she got into a fight with somebody and
no,
just court? Yeah, she got into some type of fist fight with somebody, lost, and apparently, it. I mean, one minute it's fuck you, Umar, and then the next minute you're crying, talking about I love my father. You're sending mixed signals. Fuck you, you fat bitch.
well,
I've heard it. I've heard it all. It's like, I mean, you're gonna keep disrespecting your father, fine, but this is probably, and I wouldn't do this, but this is one of the main reasons why he is not seeing you right now.
I'll
This is
tell
one
you
of the
this.
main.
Um, the the thing that threw me off with her, that kind of had me looking at her sideways, is I remember watching one of her lives. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. She was actually on the live of a true demon, which is Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy is a horrible person, but the reality is, within some of the things that he says, there is a bit of truth. It may not be the truth that you want to hear, but there's the truth. Needless to say, she said that Umar um, beat her mom while she was pregnant with me. Those are her words. So my question is, how do you know
If you
that
were in
Umar
the
beat your
womb,
mom?
if you were in the
Exactly.
womb,
So in
you
other
were
words,
you were
you
in the
got that
womb,
from somebody.
yeah, yeah, that
So
like, yeah. Your mom
you got
walked you
yeah,
step by step.
you got that information from someone. And it's not what you got, it's how you got it. And I'm certain that
Correct.
she didn't give it to you, in the loving way. Well, hey, your father loved me, but he used to beat me. That's the nah. That's not the way. That's not the way that would be delivered. So Umar was demonized, um, and that's about the gist of it. And that girl has been that the hate for Umar has been embedded in her.
All due to the mom, but nobody wants to listen to me.
Well,
Nobody wanted to listen to
uh,
me.
yeah,
I said it verbatim. I said, she's living with her. She was 22 at the time, living with her mom. And she kind of gave herself away too. She kind of gave herself away stating that her, my dad was a very disciplinary person. Um,
mhm.
he would tell me he's very strict, and my mom is very strict. I don't like, quote unquote, paraphrasing, I don't like strictness, but I have to live with it. So you don't like being disciplined. That's your main problem. I don't know what the
Well,
stepfather was doing, but hey,
the reality is that she thinks she thinks that what she's going through, she's the only person to go through it. She's the only
correct.
person to get bad information from her mother. She's the only person to have a tumultuous relationship with her father because of the information that her mother gave her. She's not the only person. Now, what will be helpful to her is to, you know, be in communication with other young ladies or other young men who have had the same issue and realize that their mother was a fucking liar. That that's
Fact,
that that will be that will be the that will be the caveat to this. And
fact.
the problem is, and I've watched Tommy say this shit. Okay, let me back up. Remember the girl that was taken from Florida to North Carolina as a newborn? Though she was stolen from the hospital in Florida. Did you ever read that story?
No, but
The,
lem-
the mother raised her. The mother raised her from 2 weeks old, from when the mother stole her from the hospital. Now the mother put the blame on a boyfriend who had become so enraged with their relationship, he left and went and got a job overseas. Well, she told him that she had just had his baby. So now he felt some kind of responsibility to come back and be with the child, and he married her. After he married her, they divorced, and she had him on child support, an arranged child support between the two of them by way of a mediator. Well, it surfaced that she stole the baby, she kidnapped the baby. All right. And so now
yeah,
as this girl is finding out all of this horrible stuff, and the dad, the supposed dad, had never missed child support. He has been as active as he could, as active as the woman would allow. So now this is not her biological father. She finds out much later, and he finds out at the same time. But she does not want to communicate with him. Why? Because he doesn't pay enough child support.
that's how it goes. A
Not
nigga can
not the fact that
never.
this poor man, not the fact that this poor man has been paying child support for a child that's not his. He thought you were his and you're not. And the only reason why you won't speak to him is because the mother said that he doesn't pay him child support. Make that shit make sense. Aren't you there? I think I must have a lot.
Yeah, I'm here. My bad.
You there?
But
Okay, it's cool.
yeah, that's an interesting. That is a very interesting story.
Yeah.
But bottom line to this, I wish you all the best, man. I wish you all the best. But you're gonna keep doing what you're doing regardless. At least try to make an effort to, and he's gonna have to make an effort too to try to get in contact with each other. Now, if and when you do this, let it not be not one damn recording. I don't want to see a recording of
Well,
you and her mixing it up. I don't want to see it. You know why?
that would be a
Because it's going
problem,
to
bro.
cause more
That,
problems than it solves.
no,
You know what
that's
I'm
gonna be a
saying?
problem. Let me explain why let me explain why it's gonna be a problem. Because whatever conversation that they have that she's not in 100% agreement with, she's gonna go to social media. It's happened before. He's tried to reach out to her before, but when that conversation does not go in the manner in which she wants to go, she's going to social media. Now, when she goes to social media, then he has to respond.
I don't know why I, I don't know why he has to respond.
I mean,
You don't
I
have
know
to.
why. I know why he has to respond. I don't agree with him responding.
No, so
The
I get
reason
it.
why he has to respond that contested. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry, somebody was calling me. There's an old saying that says, "A lie uncontested becomes the truth."
Mm-hmm.
So if he tells a lie and he does not respond, it becomes the truth.
And he has to debunk the rumors.
It has to. If he wasn't a public figure, if his movements within society does not rely on people's perception of him, then nah, he wouldn't respond. But in this case, he has
Yeah, well,
to.
thank goodness he's doing some work right now. He's doing some work generally inside the school or whatever. So, and
Yeah,
he has very few months to go, but he's gonna get the job done eventually because he doesn't have much to do anyway. So, but the only thing
yeah.
that scares
I was just up there.
and it
What you
looks
say?
good, don't it? It looks good, don't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. I didn't. I passed by there the last time I was up there because I actually going to Cheney University for some other business. I just happened to pass over, and there were people out there working. They were definitely out there working. I saw two service trucks, and somebody was outside doing something to one of the boxes outside the building. But I couldn't move because I had to first go to Delaware State, then on to Cheney University. So, but every time I go out that way, I always try to pass that way to take a peek. You know.
Okay, all right. He did say something about how many rooms that he has to put tile down for. I think it's like 7 rooms because I know he's not gonna put down the full 16.
I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I know that's one thing, and he has to get some doors rekeyed for some of the classrooms. I inquired about whether or not if he think that digital locks would be better. He hasn't responded, but
He might as well
yeah.
go with digital locks because that's what's going on nowadays. Digital locks.
But I mean, but he could actually just change the passwords to him, people in and out. So yeah, and that's just a Um, but I'm also I'm also dealing with this other thing with Piney Woods, man. The Piney Woods School,
Yeah.
they are putting together a new building as well. So I'm gonna try my best to get up to Mississippi before the school year kicks in. Got a niece that helping cover her tuition to go there. But yeah, that's about it, man. Black
Okay.
institutions is what I'm up to.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
It's
That's good.
unfortunate that we have a lot of pundits that's talking shit about black institutions, but can't point to one black institution that they've made a donation to. That's
Hmm.
interesting.
That's very interesting. And apparently, you
And you
just
know
proven
something?
to yourself that you don't give a shit. So
Yeah,
it's only going to matter to the few more than the many. It's only going to matter to the few. And you want
I mean the
to, and you want
reality is,
that miseducation is leading right now. It is very much leading. And you got fools like this in the chat room, just clearly they have no respect for their community. They clearly don't. All because you
I,
got
I,
one man whooping your ass.
I can't see the chat, but what's going on in the chat? Well, who's saying something stupid?
I mean, it's just, of course, we got some of the cookie coon crush, whatever the hell Lenon Honor is mind poisoning these people into thinking Umar's a bad guy.
You know something? We are not. Here's my position, man. No one
hmm,
is above criticism. Umar deserves to be criticized if you think that he does something that should be criticized. What I have a problem with is a motherfucker telling me that education is not important and they don't even have a fucking GED. Show me that you're doing something for a black community while you're criticizing someone who's doing something for the black community. Right?
correct.
That's all. Show me where you have put some money toward any particular institution. When you I don't hear about you go to your HBCU football game every show me where you put something in that you didn't get something back of it for your own entertainment. So I can go to my email and I can do a word search of donate and talk my donations for the last 7 years. And you do the same if you're going to criticize Umar. You can't. I can tell you, several universities are like, oh, that's what my name in the fucking ground
Yeah,
donates to that university. University, that's it.
you're sounding like you're underwater.
Okay.
But I get what you're saying.
It's okay to
Um,
criticize him, but
oh,
are you
he
are you
says
criticizing him while doing something?
he said I'm
Huh?
raising my own children, fool. Like what makes you think he's
You're
talking
right.
about your kids? What makes you
Right.
think he's just talking about your kids, stupid? He's talking about everybody's kids, not just yours. The frick is wrong with people,
Uh,
man?
yeah. Can you hear me? Well,
I can hear you.
yeah.
These people, man, just the nerve and I was like, oh God, I just can't wait for that day. I can't wait for the day for him to just cut that red tape. And you're gonna have more shit to say, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a victory lap for him. It's going to be a victory lap. Now I'm gonna be expecting some detractors, some what you call them struggle streamers to do a take on the opening of the school. I can't wait for that to happen. Now, clear tape, the school looks beautiful on the inside. I'm not too much worried about the outside of it because the outside is going to be taken care of uh, um, sooner than later. I'm not worried about the outside because it's just like putting rims on a car. You want to put rims on a dirty ass need a tune up motor car. It's like that's just dumb. Get the engine done first. Then you can start get a paint job on that month first. Then you can do whatever you want with the car. He has to work on the inside. He's working on the inside of the school. You got one lady trifling. She probably got paid. You got one lady saying that he has no air conditioning. He has air conditioning. He has no water. He has water. He doesn't have no lights. He has lights. I was like, what more do you want? Apparently, you don't want much. Because anybody else says about him is being said over and over and over again. That means you're losing steam. You're losing it. You are apparently losing it, and you can't find nothing else to critique about that man. You have nothing else to say about that man other than winning. And you're losing.
W.E.B. Du Bois criticized Booker T. Washington a lot.
Yes, he did.
They were they were adversaries and very opposed in their approach to black society. But what was so unique about the criticism to each other is that not only were they criticizing one another, but they all had their own thing that they were building for the black community.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to critique. It's fine. And this guy said that he's raising his own kids. I guess he's calling me a fool. Dr. C. Lawrence Jones, who started Pinewood School, was building a school that he knew he would not live to see the food it come to his fullest potential. So he made a sacrifice for children that he knew he wasn't going to even meet. So you saying that I'm raising my own kids? That's the most selfish shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. Especially if you're going to criticize me. That's just
Thank you. It is.
I'll leave that alone.
But man, I gotta get on out of here. I gotta raise my children. Sorry. I gotta I got to do some work around the crib before I get up and go to work because I wasn't planning on going live today. I just got a special phone call. I just got a phone call, like I said, from a friend of mine about Anissa, and find out she's not dead. She is clearly alive, live and kicking, and God best wishes for her, man. God best wishes for her. But under no circumstances will I be talking about this woman ever again. I just hope Ifa just goes and just takes her and just puts her underneath his wing and just flies away. It's like you don't need this type of drama, but we live in a drama filled internet. Which you are right. You are correct. He needs internet. But go ahead.
The reality is that there isn't a position that you can think of that you will want to be in life that will give you some comfort that you don't have to go through something uncomfortable first. Be it going to school, be it having a baby, doesn't matter what it is. If you're trying to reach a level of comfort in a situation, you're going to have to go through something uncomfortable first. Now, how long this thing is going to last between Umar and Anissa, eventually, inevitably, it's going to be resolved. It may not be resolved in our time, clock, but I think it will be resolved.
I agree. Yeah, you.
All right, man.
Yeah,
I'll have you later, man. I appreciate you bringing me up.
All right, man. No problem. Take it easy. Yeah. Again, ladies and gentlemen, like, share, subscribe to the channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Again, best wish to Anissa. As far as Umar in this lawsuit is concerned, stick with it, deal with it, get it done. It's about time, Umar. It's about effing time. I'm out.